guys in the training room working with me, rehabbing me, getting me right. So there's been a lot of help along the way, but it's been a lot of work to get back and put a helmet back on and step on the grass again. So just telling the guys, I can remember sitting in the cafeteria looking through the glass like a little kid that's not allowed to go outside and play. So I just feel blessed to be able to go out and compete and play and do what I love.
Ryan, does this feel more like year 3 Adam's offense to you, or year 2 after going through last year, having, like you said, watched through the glass?
Yeah, I think it's a kind of different situation. It's tough to say, what year or whatever, but while I wasn't getting physical reps last year, I got a lot of mental reps. I was in all the meetings, going through the game plans, talking through practices after practice, so I was getting all the mental reps that I would if I was playing. Obviously, didn't get the physical reps, so nothing can compare to the physical reps, but it's not like I wasn't along for the ride last year and didn't see what was happening and try to stay sharp and engage as much as I could mentally. So I definitely grew last year, learned a lot of football. Now it's just a matter of putting it into action physically.
You're not wearing a brace right now. What's the plan going forward, especially when the games begin? You going to wear one this season?
Yeah, I'll wear a brace. And like I said before, it does nothing structurally. It's purely to kind of prevent what started that whole train wreck of my injury. Just getting hit right on the side of the lead leg. So the brace can help prevent that, minimize that damage, and hopefully make it a non-issue moving forward.
Ryan, with the last year and a half, is there anything that you wish you had done differently, or a decision you wish you would have made differently as far as the knee?
No, I think obviously how things ended up, it's like, dang it, do we miss something?
Yeah,
but
without playing the result.
Yeah, going back to the process we went through after I first got injured, got multiple opinions, everyone's opinion lined up on the plan of action, and we followed that plan precisely, and everyone was in conclusion on what the answer should be. So going back, I do it the same way. Obviously, didn't work out the way I wanted to. I wish maybe someone else, a doctor, would have given me a different opinion that might have changed that, but we sought out the best doctors we could find, and everyone was in agreement, and the knee was stable. So, just unfortunate the way it turned out.
Ryan, how were you able to get through the toughest times? Was there someone in particular or something you did mentally to get you through the darkest time?
My wife. Yeah, honestly, just having her supporting me, through that season was tough. It was a long year, some dark times. I tried to stay positive and take it in stride as much as I could and just do my best that I could in rehab and grow and get stronger each and every day. But it's hard. It was a hard time for me. Just not being around the guys, not being out of practice. I was around in meetings, but it's just not the same. You can't replicate that time of grinding it out on the practice field together and going through the ups and downs of playing games and going through practice. So that was the hardest part for me. I think initially when you get hurt, you kind of think, oh, the games will be what I miss the most. And yeah, I really miss the games. It was tough every Sunday seeing the guys run out there on the field and not being a part of it. But what I missed the most was day in and day out, the grind of the preparation, of competing with the guys, of pushing them, trying to make them the best players that they could be, make it the offense the best it could be, and just driving the offense. So yeah, that was the hardest part for me.
Ryan, can you take us back to the injury very, very briefly and what you thought when you made the cut and when you're walking off the field? Did you know the severity or did you suspect?
Yeah, I felt it, the shift, and I knew it wasn't good. Obviously, don't really know, but I knew it wasn't good.
Ryan, did it not good, but did you think really not good, or I might be out for a few weeks, or this could be an entire season?
Yeah, I knew it wasn't good. Honestly, I wasn't really processing all of that. I just knew it was bad, and I don't know, kind of went into a shock a little bit of like how, can't believe this is happening. So it's been a long time since then, and it's tough to go back to that state. But I'm a long way from there and feeling really good right now.
Ryan, have the doctors put on any limitations, even just rolling out, stuff like that at this stage, or you can do whatever they ask you to do?
Yeah, I just went last week. I got surgery done in Dallas, had my surgery in Dallas, and so went back last week and got fully cleared to play football. So, I've been a full participant in the off-season program so far, and I'm cleared to play football. So whatever, fully, whatever that entails, I can go do it.
When you hear that, because there's obviously got to be a little bit in the back of your mind, my God, please never let this happen again. Do you have to get past that? Do you just let it rip and go for it? How does that work for you?
Yeah, honestly, at this point, it's just let it rip. Throughout the rehab process, you're pushing it. I'm grinding it out. I'm running. I'm cutting. I'm doing a lot more agility and movements that I won't really be doing in playing football. So the knee has been tested to the ninth degree, of pushing it as far as it can go. So when I'm out on the field, I'm just playing football. It's past thinking about it or questioning it. Now it's just go out and do my job.
So today, for example, you had a moment where you stepped up and you kind of buckled, and then you threw the ball. It didn't cross your mind at all. I buckled there, and I'm fine, or I buckled there and don't do this.
No, I got stepped on. I was looking to the left, so had Danny on in and out route. They in and outed him, got covered up, had to move in the pocket, and got stepped on right as I started moving. So just playing. I didn't even think about it. Honestly, I hadn't thought about it since it happened until you asked me the question. So yeah, I feel really good. Don't question it. Don't really think about it. Just playing, trying to get back in the groove of playing football again. It's been a while, so knocking some dust off. Getting back in the field, being in the pocket, and moving around. Command at the line of scrimmage, all those types of things. So it's not as clean as I want it to be yet, but getting better and just being on the field is a lot of fun for me.
Ryan, do you consider yourself to have had two separate knee injuries or one knee injury?
I mean, it happened two separate occasions, but it was, one ball started the whole thing rolling, and then it just kind of finished it off. So, yeah, obviously highly connected, and the ACL, just wasn't the same after the first knee injury. So, yeah, it was 8 months apart, but it was one chain of events.
Ryan, you have a much different set of skill position players around you since the last time you were in a football game. The idea of Jarvis Landry, who was one of your top targets, moving on, your thoughts on that, and also getting to know all these guys that you have around you now.
Yeah, losing Jarvis is tough. He's a heck of a competitor. One of the most competitive guys on the football field. He loves the game. He loves playing. He loves competing. He loves winning. I think everyone saw that. So, obviously, it's not the easiest guy to replace, and it's tough to replace. But I'm really excited about the guys that we brought in. I think we brought in veteran guys that have played at high levels, guys that have played for championships, and can really help us. With the combination of the guys we have, we really have a stacked receiver room right now that you feel really confident no matter who's in the game that we're going to have good matchups and can win. You had Albert Wilson, you had Danny Amendola, Frank Gore in the backfield. All these guys have played at a really high level for a long time, and I'm excited about playing with them.
Ryan, can you describe your off-season workouts with Danny, and can you talk about what he brings, attitude-wise, to this team?
Yeah, Danny's a grinder. I'm excited to play with him. He's like I said, he's been around a while. He's played a lot of football. He understands the game. And he works really hard. That's the first thing that impressed me is just how hard he works day in and day out. We're throwing back in March off-site, and he's grinding. He'll just keep going, never question, never look tired or anything. He just keeps going. So he's been a lot of fun to play with so far, and yeah, we just have to keep building that relationship and get fully on the same page. And that's what we have this time of year for is to do that, to iron out the kinks, and once the fall comes, we'll be in good shape.
Ryan, the back half of 2016, so your last 8 games that you played, how did you feel about that as far as maybe was that a little bit of a breakthrough for you, and how do you feel like things were going between you and Adam Gase at that point?
Yeah, I feel like we kind of went on a run there, and I felt like I was finally starting to play really good football. Being in command of the offense and understanding what we were trying to accomplish. With each play call. The situation, what Coach Gase is trying to get out of the different play calls that come in. So I felt like I kind of, over the few weeks before that, finally got over the hump of learning the offense and really just feeling good about knowing what Adam wants and then going out and executing it. So, yeah, it was tough to go down.
How fluent are you in the way that Adam Gase thinks now that you spent a year just standing next to him on the sideline?
Yeah, I think now there's no question. You know, I kind of obviously we're still ironing out little things here and there, but most of the time I know exactly what he wants when a play comes in, and like I said, I learned a lot last year, not only offense-wise, but just watching guys operate and how the course of the season goes up and down, and how to deal with guys. So, you know, I'd never choose to be in that situation, but I think I learned a lot that's going to help me the rest of my career.
Ryan told us during the offseason many times Ryan Tannehill will be our starting quarterback. I'm wondering if he told you that, and if you had an eye on the draft, because there were rumors about Josh Allen and all that. Were you ever worried? And did Adam tell you specifically you were going to be our starting quarterback?
Yeah, he told me that, and no, I wasn't worried. Obviously, every team has to evaluate positions and make the best decision for the organization that they think is appropriate. But never changed my course of action or my plan or my security here. You know, I knew I'm going to have to go out and perform, whether they drafted somebody or not, and that's the case this year. You know, that's the case every year. Is you got to go out and perform, or you won't be around. So I'm excited to have the opportunity to go out and do it.
Ryan, there's been a lot of talk about the culture. Adam has talked a lot about bringing in guys who contribute to the kind of culture he wants in the locker room. How do you compare what it was to what it is today?
I don't think we had a bad culture. You know, I think the guys that we brought in are already bought in, and now we're fully aligned, and we can just drive forward. You know, I think that's a big factor in performance of teams is everyone being on the same page, not having you know, any subtractions. You know, we always want to be adding to each other, right? Providing opportunities, providing energy to each other, and feeding off each other. So I'm excited about the guys we have and the opportunities we have in front of us.
Ryan, going back to Chris's question regarding the statements that were made throughout the offseason that Ryan is our starter, how gratifying was that for you to keep hearing that?
Oh, it's great. You know, I don't follow what all was said, but I know Adam told me that, and once he told me that, then, you know, I was good. So, yeah, it's satisfying. It's, you know, coming off the injury, you don't know kind of what the team's plan is going to be moving forward. It was definitely, you know, a vote of confidence in me, and gave me some juice in the off season to keep grinding and you know, get ready to go again.
Ryan, you haven't been hit in a long time now. Are you a little curious as to how you're going to react to that? Do you know what it's going to be like? Are you eager to get back to that point?
Well, I'm never eager to get hit. I mean, I'd be sadistic, you know. So, yeah, I don't look forward to being hit, but I don't think about it any different than I would any other season going into a new season. You know, it's part of the game. It's part of the competitiveness, the I don't know the word for it, the anger. It's part of the game. Like, it's why it's the game I love. You know, it's the guys get to square up and line up against each other, play one-on-one, and it's a physical game, and I love that. So, yeah, I don't think about it any differently than I would any other offseason. Obviously, who looks forward to getting hit? But honestly, sometimes getting hit settles you in the game. You know, you get hit, and it kind of like, boom, all right, let's go play. You know, so yeah, you don't want to have that every game, but you know, sometimes it's a good thing. Yeah, I got it last year. Yeah, it's laurel leaves for my wife. My wife's name's Lauren. Lauren means by the laurel leaves, so that's it. A what? What's a yanni?
No, we'll explain it later.
It's a social media. It's a social media. Coaches.
All right.
All right.
All right. Thanks, guys.